I will be talking about Buddhism today, and in the content section I have overview, history, basic belief, diversity, facts, traditions and Buddhism culture around the world. This is the place called Lumbini where Buddha was believed to be born, and Buddhism was founded in 520 BC. Buddha was born and raised as a prince, living in the lap of luxury at Kapilavastu in Nepal about 2500 years ago. His name was Prince Siddhartha Gautama. At age 29, Prince Siddhartha renounced his family and life of luxury. The Buddha attained enlightenment under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, Bihar in eastern India. Buddha believed and preached basic beliefs. He preached three universal truths. Those are called everything in life is impermanent and always changing. Because nothing is permanent, a life based on possessing things or persons doesn't make you happy. There is no eternal unchanging soul, and self is just collection of changing characteristics or attributes. Four noble truths as he preached are: human life has lot of suffering, the cause of suffering is greed, there is an end to suffering, and the way to end suffering is to follow the eightfold path. These eightfold paths are called Noble Eightfold Path, which are right understanding and viewpoint, right values and attitude, right speech, right action, right work, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditation. Buddhism has three major divisions. They are called Theravada Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, and Vajrayana Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism is to be believed to be the oldest form of Buddhism. It is also most conservative branch of the Buddhism. Today, this Buddhism is most popular in Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos, and also Myanmar. And Mahayana Buddhism is the philosophical movement that proclaimed the possibility of universal salvation, offering assistance to practitioners in the form of compassionate beings called Bodhisattva. And this Mahayana Buddhism is most popular in Nepal, Japan, China, Korea, and Tibet. And the last one is called Vajrayana or Tantric Buddhism. What makes Vajrayana Buddhism so special is its approach to a rapid enlightenment through the use of tantras or mystic texts. Now we are going to talk about the diversity of Buddhism. Buddhism is the fourth most practiced religion in the world. Currently, there are 500 million people throughout the world who associate themselves with the Buddhist religion. And the vast majority of these individuals reside within the Asian continent. Buddhism is the primary religion in countries such as Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Tibet, and Sri Lanka. Also, Buddhist population are more heavily in homes such as Japan, China, and India. And Buddhism first came to the United States via immigrants from Asia, and people of Asian descent still comprise the vast majority of American Buddhists, and who are to the number anywhere from a million to 5 million. Now we are going to talk about the Buddhist celebrations and traditions. Buddhists celebrate New Year for 3 days straight from full moon in April. Buddhists celebrate festivals by going early morning to the local temples and offering foods to the monks and listen to the Dharma talk. In the afternoon, they distribute food to the poor. And they also celebrate some important days as their celebrations, such as Magha Puja, Buddhist New Year, Dharma Day, Parinirvana Day, and Khatina. And Vesak is the one which is very important for Buddhist because they celebrate this as a Buddha's birthday as well as death day, and it usually happens in the first full moon day in May. Now we are going to talk about the facts about Buddhism. It is really interesting to know different facts about Buddhism. For example, the term Buddhism was coined by Western scholars in 1830s. Buddhists don't actually refer to their religion as Buddhism. The first mention of the Buddha in Western writing is in the writing of Clement of Alexandria 2 AD. With 360 million followers, Buddhism is the fourth largest religion in the world. In Buddhism, there is no single holy book. Extensive sculptures have been preserved in many Asian languages. Buddhists don't believe in a supreme being or a creator God. Because of its emphasis on meditation and mindfulness, Buddhism is often considered to be a form of psychology rather than religion. Culture around the world, Buddhist culture around the world, we are going to talk. China is the home to 100 million Buddhists, the largest number in any country. Buddhism was almost destroyed in China during the 20th centuries, but recently monasteries and temples have been built. And Tibet, the most distinguishing feature of Tibetan Buddhism is in the belief of reincarnation. India today has there are 4 million Buddhists who live in India, and the spiritual and political leader of Tibetan people, Dalai Lama, lives in India now. And Japan, Buddhism has always flourished in Japan. About 84% of population practice a blend of Buddhism and Shinto. And in Thailand, a majority of 94.6% of Theravada Buddhism has been developed in Thailand. And in USA, there are 5 to 6 million Buddhists are there in USA, and they are mostly Asian origin with an inherited family tradition of Buddhism. And in United Kingdom, according to 2001 census, there are around 150,000 practicing Buddhists in UK, and the number continues to increase. And here are some interesting websites where you can visit and learn more about Buddhist religion. And thank you very much for listening.